Today I'm trying a recipe for jellied cinnamon squares from the new Walnut Cookbook from Diamond Walnuts. If you'd like to try this recipe for yourself, it's written in the description underneath this video. And if you'd like to go straight to the cooking portion, you can skip ahead to this timestamp. I don't have an exact date on this book, but just judging by the interior, the illustrations, all of that good stuff I always look at, I'm gonna date it probably early 1960s. And it is a walnut cookbook. How specific? That is very specific, and it comes to us from Diamond Walnuts. The cover and the back are largely red, but we do have a little bit of an illustration on the front if we want to take a look at that. Because this is a walnut cookbook, it does contain a lot of things like cookies, desserts, cakes. There are a few main dishes and some breads, as well as, if you can see that, there's a walnut buying guide. So if you've ever wondered how to choose your walnuts, this book can tell you. A lot of the illustrations are two-tone. So like we have these lovely blue and black depictions of what looks like maybe some candies. Then as you progress through the book and you get into different chapters, the two-tone color changes. So this is more of like an orangey, maybe burnt orange and black. And we go back to the blue and black for the candy chapter. There are some actual photographs in this book as well. So here we have some lovely fudge, some other kinds of candies right here. This cake looks phenomenal. Holy cow. Oh, heck, is that, I think that's a potato chocolate cake. Is that really what that is? Holy cow. That looks amazing. I'm gonna try that. I think I showed you like all of the illustrations. Oh no, we have what looks like some like delicious cinnamon rolls, maybe some like pecan rolls. I'm sorry, pecan rolls? This is a walnut cookbook. What am I thinking? If you were curious, here's the last page, the much anticipated walnut buying guide. And really, it's not even like a how to choose your walnuts. It's here's how we sell Diamond Walnuts in which type of packaging. Now, this is not a Christmas cookbook, but I feel like most of the time, at least for me, if I'm gonna use walnuts, it's kind of around the holidays to make cookies, candies, that kind of thing. And today I am trying out a candy recipe. Yeah. I don't make a ton of candy. I always feel like it's a little bit tricky to do. So today's recipe is called Jellied Cinnamon Squares. So jellied cinnamon squares make me think that it is, I mean, jellied, obviously. It's some sort of jelly or gummy candy, but I've not really tried making anything like this. Any candy that I've made, it's been fudge. It's maybe occasionally been like hard, you know, the hard stained glass kind of candy. Not made anything that has sort of jelly texture. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna have fun doing it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this will turn out. The more I look at this recipe, the more nervous I'm getting. I don't know if candy making on camera is the best idea, but we'll find out. I have to start with 1 can of canned applesauce. I have these little 4-ounce cups of applesauce, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use 2 of those. One thing that has me nervous about this applesauce already, I'm using unsweetened applesauce, and I don't know if the sugar content in like regular canned applesauce is going to have an impact on this recipe. I actually love keeping these little cups on hand just to have for recipes, but also like I personally, if I get sick or something, I like to have applesauce, especially cold applesauce. If you have a cold, it's very soothing. 1 tablespoon of these red hot cinnamon candies. I got these at Urban Bulk Foods. I used some of them to decorate my Spritz cookies, so that was nice. So I've got 1 tablespoon of those. I'm just supposed to heat that on low until it comes to a boil. One other thing I did to prepare for this recipe is I prepared a 9x5x3 loaf pan, which is what it said to do in the recipe. I got nervous. So can you tell there's a theme to this video? I'm nervous. It said to butter the pan. I buttered it and then I like took it a step further and I put parchment in it. So hopefully that was an okay thing to do. Filming this slightly out of order too, because when I read through the recipe, I found out it is several days in the making. So I have to make it today, I have to chill it overnight, and then cut it into squares and roll those in sugar, and then I have to wait another 24 hours and roll them in sugar again. Am I using a saucepan that is too large? That was another thing I thought about. There's not a ton of ingredients in here, and especially liquid-wise, I mean, we've got applesauce, there's no water or anything. So I was worried that I was using too big of a pan, but then I worried that if I switched to a smaller one, the sugars would sort of like boil up and over, and I don't know. Never has a recipe made me more anxious than this. We are starting to boil. So the next ingredient is going to be 1 package of strawberry gelatin. Got that here. Ooh, there she is, that strawberry jello. And also 1 cup of sugar. Whoa, look at that color. Oh, I turned away for 1 second. Look how beautiful that is. Okay. So now I'm gonna add 1 cup of sugar. You know those like strawberry shortcake dolls from the 80s? That is what it smells like in my kitchen right now. Bring to a boil, stirring. We're gonna stir, stir, stir until this comes to a boil as well. I'm gonna get a timer ready because once this does come to a boil, I have to let it boil for 2 minutes exactly, and I want to be prepared. I'm still not quite sure what this is going to turn into. When I see jellied cinnamon squares, I think like maybe kind of a chewy or a gummy kind of candy. It also reminds me of the Jell-O salad that has like applesauce in it. So maybe a cross between those things. Maybe like a Turkish delight, or if you know those like jellied citrus slices, maybe something like that. I mean, we're gonna find out in about 2 days. Ooh, girl, we're boiling. Okay, I turned away again. Mistake. Okay, so I'm gonna set my timer for 2 minutes. Do you see it? I'm gonna lean you in a little. Please don't drop my camera into the boiling sugar. Time's up. So now I have to stir in 3/4 of a cup of chopped walnuts. So now I get to pour this into my pan. I'll try to do it a little bit for the camera, but like honestly, I think I'm gonna have to do it the other way. Yeah, it's gonna have to go this way. Sorry, y'all. I know this isn't the best angle for the camera. It's hot sugar and I don't wanna burn myself. That is what we have. So now I'm going to chill this overnight and I will see you tomorrow for the next step. It is a little bit over 24 hours later. And I don't feel any sloshing around, so I think maybe this did set up overnight. Let's take a look. Whoa, yeah, look at that. It's not going anywhere. When firm, cut in squares and roll in granulated sugar. Ta-da. Let's see if I can... Oh, oh no. I think that the parchment paper might have been a good idea. Or maybe not. It might be sticking. Oh no. Oh, did I speak too soon? Okay. I buttered it, I swear. Okay, so we're gonna try a little prying here. Oh, I think it might be helping. These are just the stickiest. I mean, I know why we need the granulated sugar, and I better put some down on this board before I even start cutting. I don't think I could have lifted this out of this pan had I not put this paper on. I think I'd be in a much worse place if I had not done that. Before I even cut this, I'm gonna put some sugar down because I'm gonna flip this over and then put the sticky side kind of down. So let's start with that. Okay, here we go. Whoa, so what am I worried about? This is not coming off. I think we need to use this guy again. So I think this is right. I guess it's set up. I'm just imagining like, what would I have done without the parchment paper? This would have been an absolute fail. And I mean, I'm not even certain that it is not a fail yet. So we've got that stuff. You know what? Not too bad. It doesn't give any indication of what size these squares should be. So I'm just gonna make it up. So I'll get a little bit more sugar. Let's get a little kind of assembly line situation happening. I already prepared like a container with some wax paper in it. So I tried to look for this recipe online, and I do that sometimes when I see a recipe that I'm not very sure about or haven't really heard about. Are there things I should know? And I really couldn't find this, and maybe it was under a different name. I do acknowledge that it might not be called the same thing. Can't really tell if this is like, do I need to act really fast? Is this melting? Like, what is going on here? Glad this didn't make a lot more than this amount. Oh yeah, I guess these were supposed to be squares and I'm making them rectangles. Well, I'm just breaking the rules a little bit, that's all. Oh. This is definitely not a fast recipe. Oh no. Chasing it around the board. Well, I'm gonna finish sugaring these. I only have a few left, but that's what it's looking like. And they're very like squishy, pretty firm, but still kind of movable. So we have to wait another 24 hours and then I'll roll them in sugar a second time and then I can finally give them a taste. Just finished the final 24 hours of this recipe. Let's see, let me just get these out of here so you can see. Oh, they smell so strawberry. You can kind of see that like some of the sugar that I put on yesterday has like dissolved into it, which is why we need to sugar them again. I'm gonna roll all of these in sugar one more time, and then finally I can taste them and give you my thoughts. This should go a little bit faster than the first time. Okay, so I showed you my little tray of little jellies here. They are called jellied cinnamon squares, but gosh, do they smell like strawberry. Let's see how they taste. Okay, a little bit of a note on the texture. It's still, I don't know if you can capture it, it's very squishy, but not sticky because of the sugar. It's definitely not as firm as something like one of those jellied citrus candies or like a gumdrop or like Turkish Delight or something like that. It's not that firm. And I do wonder if it's because of the no sugar applesauce that I used, like no added sugar. I wonder if having just regular jarred applesauce that has the sugar added would have changed the texture of these at all. Okay, now I'm really gonna give it a taste. It's very sweet, very sweet. I can't, honestly, I mean, it doesn't really need the extra sugar that you would get from regular applesauce. A lot of walnuts in there because this is a walnut cookbook. I mean, there's not a lot of cinnamon. I feel like calling these cinnamon squares is a little bit false advertising. It's like somewhere between strawberry like jello and strawberry jelly or strawberry jam. Just like right smack in the middle of those two things. It's of course not as soft or liquidy as like a jam, not quite as firm as a jello. I don't know. I don't really have anything good to compare it to, but I think it set up the way it was supposed to. Maybe. It's not goo, okay? So I think I did an okay enough job. Oh, I haven't eaten another one, so I must like them. Definitely an interesting experience. I think I could have cut them smaller, but that might have been a little difficult with how sticky the finished product was. I think overall it's pretty tasty, but not very cinnamony. So if you're expecting something with a lot of cinnamon, you're either gonna have to add more yourself or you're gonna be a little disappointed. I hope you liked this video and I hope it gave you some ideas for your holiday season. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos about food, vintage cookbooks, and retro recipes, and a couple other things every week. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.